Hey guys, welcome back to the MrMaple Show. I'm Matt. Today I'm at Buckholtz Nursery, guys. I'm gonna be showing you around one of our stock blocks. Some cool looking plants you might not have seen in this size before, so I thought I'd bring you along for the tour, show you a little bit of what we're working on, and show you some nice size specimens, guys. Let's get in here and check it out. Right here we've got a purple umbrella. Fun introduction, guys. It's got that big divided, almost Matsumoto leaf. This is a hybrid with Shirasawanum. Can almost get a little bit of reticulation to it in the early spring as well. Super fun plant. You kind of see, you know, a little bit larger tree here. We are growing these in full sun on drip irrigation. Some really cool stuff. We've got stuff mixed in here everywhere. Come over here and check this out. Here's some giant specimens. You might not have seen this one looking so big before, guys. These are Acer palmatum taro yama. I love this crazy haircut these have right now. They got that extension going on, growing some new growth. You can kind of see how red the stemming gets on this one. Not a coral bark, but super interesting. Got a block of these here, so I thought they kind of make a little bit of a presence. I absolutely love this one. Think of this one as a faster growing Makawa Yetsubusa type. Really love it. You can get some pink blushing on this one in the spring as well. Great structure, great density to them. You know, I first saw this in Yano's book for maples, and I had to have it. I absolutely love this plant. I think it's a great pairing with the Makawa garden. If you're a Makawa collector, it's a really cool plant that also just grows a little bit faster than regular Makawa. So where I would compare Makawa in that 5 to 6 foot range, even in 10 years, this one may be more like 8 foot. So really cool growth to it. And I like that kind of blushing of pink and white it can get to. It can kind of get a little bleached out at times too. Big set of these in here though. Pretty cool looking structures to these. In front of that, I have some Beni Hoshi. So check these out, guys. These are Beni Hoshi. Same plant as Ruby Stars. Really cool plant. This was introduced by our good friend Del Laux. Late great Del Laux, one of his awesome trees. One of the things I like a lot about Beni Hoshi is that it goes from being an emeraldy green, or a red with an emeraldy green eye to it, to a golden yellow in the fall. So pretty cool that it has such a big transition in fall colors. Just an all-around fun plant though. It's a fun one to be growing. For a lot of people, this is gonna be a perfect red upright for them because it doesn't get super big, more than that 6 to 8 foot range in 10 years. So it's well behaved and it brings it for the color pattern. I mean, I'm a huge fan of that emeraldy undercolor this one gets. Like, it's gonna come out very much a dark ruby red, but you kind of get a green vein to the leaf. Gets a little bit more of that emeraldy overcast right now too. I love the color changes to it. Like I said, very well behaved size-wise, and just an all-around great plant. I think more people should be growing it. That fall color though really puts that one into the next level. All right, y'all, let's come over here and check out another MrMaple introduction. Got to get my intros on camera some. I love these guys. Right here we have Acer palmatum Fountain of Youth. So this one is a very pendulous plant. Now, I want to show you this big one just so you can get an idea. You know, a lot of people confuse this one because it almost looks a little bit more lace leaf-esque. I want everybody to know this one's going to have a shape more like Ryusin or Ryusei. So you get that huge cascading ability to it with that more divided leaf. This one will have a little bit more of a salmon spring color, kind of a pink blushing over it. For me, this is my favorite fall color of any of the Ryusin style Japanese maples. Any of those extreme pendulous weepers, I think this one kind of shows out the most on fall color. You get some electric yellows and oranges going on. Sometimes you'll even get a little bit of pink in the fall color. I absolutely love Fountain of Youth. Really a fun tree, guys. Who didn't need a Fountain of Youth, right? It was kind of a joke. Customers would say, I'll never live long enough to see that tree get big. I said, don't worry, I got you. We got the Fountain of Youth right here. Here's some that aren't staked quite as high. So you can kind of see the differences there. If you don't stake it up too high, it'll be lower and denser like this. Here's a great example of one staked much higher. This is what I typically recommend. I mean, this is a tall pot. This one's staked up to about 6 feet above the pot. Then just let it cascade down from there. Super well behaved, easy to grow, and you can kind of manipulate the shapes on that one a little bit as well, so you can kind of play with it. It's a fun one to grow over an arbor or just different areas like that. All right, these, I gotta show you these before we get into the next one, guys. This is filigree, green filigree you're familiar with for sure. Got some great reticulation on this one. You know, kind of the OG reticulated lace leaf. Some fun stock plants here. I love when you get the next level to it. Guys, this one is Sweet Lorraine, which is a Talon Buchholz introduction. I don't know if I truly consider this one weeping. It's got a dense, low spreading structure to it. Really a fun plant. Again, a reticulated tree with that more heavily divided lace leaf style leaf to it. Sweet Lorraine's awesome though. Originates from this farm right here. Really an all-around interesting plant. And it makes a great pairing with that green filigree. This one brings a lot of that pink with also that ghost-like reticulation on there. It really is kind of the perfect small, dense plant for a lot of planters and patio planters, things like that. Out here in the sun, the reticulation can get a little bit more washed out, but I love the bright pink new growth this one puts on. Back here behind this, we've got Acer circinatum kisetsu dori, guys. Kind of a fun one. This is a native vine maple from the Pacific Northwest. I think this was named by World Plants. I don't even think they're in business anymore. It was a nursery that used to be mail order back in the 90s. I bought one of these for Dad mail order back in the day. Kind of a fun plant. You can get some interesting blushing of pink over top of this, especially on the new growth, which I think gives it a real next level look to it. One of my favorite Acer circinatums. All right, guys, come on over here. I'll show you this block. These are looking pretty sweet right now. We get a lot of requests for this plant, for this color. It's dark, it's super dark. This is Acer palmatum black lace. Fun one in the trade right now. It's got so much color going on. Deep, deep burgundies. Even right now, we're filming this like right early, late June, early July time frame. The colors just really stay good on this one. I love how dark it is. I love how you can use this for a deep contrast in the garden. You know, those red, even those green filigrees are a perfect contrast against this black lace. Just a great plant to be growing. Durable, well-behaved, again, great colors to it, and one of the darkest in the landscape. This one's getting into a lot of top fives. We do top fives here on the channel. We ask people to top 5 maples. I'm seeing more and more people in the last 2 years put black lace in their top 5. Glad to see it getting some love. It's a great looking plant. All right, guys, let's show you some ghosts. We got a fun ghost over here. We got Uncle Ghost, guys. You can kind of see the structure on this. These are in some bigger containers. So Uncle Ghost tends to have this multi-stemmed look to it. It's not as well behaved as Amber Ghost, but I love that about it. I like the irregular shape to it. Great pink-red colors. Really a showstopper, especially in the spring. I actually really even like this bleached out look it can get to it. Some really good colors going on in here, guys. Check that out. That is just glowing right now. I actually like getting this one in the sun if you can and getting a little bit more of that bleached look to it. Uncle Ghost, next level. I love that plant. All right, I'm gonna sneak around here. We'll bring you around here and show you these guys. These are Mr. Sun, Acer Shirosawano Mr. Sun. You know, it gets that name, it's a Buchholz introduction, gets that name Mr. Sun because it kind of looks like a children's drawing of a sun where you trace your fingers and you get the sunlight there. I love Mr. Sun. Dense, full. I get some nice looking sizes on these right now too, so you can kind of see what they look like in a little bit more mature setting here. Some big stock plants here so we can produce a lot of Mr. Sun. It's very popular. People love this one. The dense habit to it. You definitely want to give it some protection from the hot afternoon sun for the most part. But I love that leaf. It's so funky. You'll see sometimes in the summer flushes, especially, you know, in the deep south or like in August, you'll start to get them flattened out a little bit. I haven't seen this one revert but don't be surprised if sometimes the leaf is a little more regular. Sure, we saw them on that new growth, juvenile growth late into the season. Mr. Sun's so much fun though. It's a great plant. I love when a great plant has a great name. This one just pops too, it just pops. You guys have seen this one, but Sekinokegon, still a great looking plant, great fall colors. Weeping Seboldianum, so it's got that larger leaf to it, but Seboldianum foliage. Really a great plant overall too to be growing. Does get a little bigger than I expected. They grow pretty fast for us, especially in the south. Acer Seboldianum Sekinokegon. Very cold tolerant, very durable, excellent fall colors. Guys, right here next to me is Acer Palmatum Akakaji Niski. Really fun. You see, you can get the swirling variegation there, a lot of pink going on. I mean, look at that. That's enough to drive a variegated plant person mad right there. I love it. It's crazy. It really is catchy. I actually like when they get a little pink tint to them as well. Just a showstopper. Again, with that unique style variegation to it. This stock block right here is just glowing right now. Now we've got some older mature trees here at the garden, so don't let the sizes fool you. This one is a slow grower, but I've got some beasts, guys. Talon's been growing trees for a while, so I got some big ones. This is a kind of rare witch's broom. I like the Matsumuri leaf on it. This is Acer Palmatum Wolff's broom. Now it's not like the big bad wolf. This was named for Dick Wolff. It's actually W-O-L-F-E. You get some great pink reds on this one. I think it's a great addition to the witch's broom family. You can kind of get it out there, and it kind of has a different offset color than a lot of the other ones. I love how heavily divided it gets. It kind of gives it a toothed look to it, I think, overall. So it's an interesting texture in the garden. Now, typically this one's gonna be 4 to 5 feet in 10 years. Again, we have some bigger specimens out here grown very well, so some bigger trees overall. I love the color on Wolff's broom though. Really a showstopper. One that stands out to me, Dick Wolff ran Red Maple Nurseries in Pennsylvania, and he named so many cool plants. In fact, we have an old school showcase where we go through and do a two-parter. You should definitely go check it out if you're a maple geek, because it's got some really fun information about, you know, just Dick Wolff at Red Maple Nurseries, some of the stuff he was growing, kind of innovating, and getting out there early on in the trade. So we also have an interview with Billy Schwartz talking about Dick Wolff. He was an apprentice to him, so kind of a fun little piece there of maple history. Go check out that podcast called The Billy Schwartz Experience. That one's been gaining popularity. It was a slow burn. It didn't take off right at first. A lot of people are finding that one. A lot of people say it may be one of our best episodes ever for an interview on the MrMaple Show. Billy is a ton of fun, and yeah, he's a real character. You'll want to check that one out. All right, guys, it's the ghost with the most for me. Throw it in the comment section. Let me know, does Amber Ghost beat Purple Ghost for you? Tim likes Purple Ghost. I like Amber Ghost. The feud continues. I love Amber Ghost. I just think it's the most interesting ghost. Oh, sorry. I think it's the most interesting ghost. I love the amber hues you get on this. I love the reticulation. I love the shape of it. This one's a little less regular structure than most because we do cut it back heavy for signwood, but I absolutely love Amber Ghost. It's so cool. A lot of our breeding for the new ghost and interesting reticulated forms come from Amber Ghost because it's such a well-behaved, great structure. For me, best fall color, best structure, and unique spring interest. I absolutely love it. All right, I see a lace leaf over here I got to talk to you guys about. You know, if I were talking about trees that are criminally underrated, guys, get a look at these Jello Orange. This is such a funky lace leaf. If you've already got a red and a green and you're new to collecting, you got to get you a Jello Orange. Brilliant orange fall colors. I think this pairs so well with a lace leaf collection. If you have a lace leaf collection in your garden, you know, people will come up to me and say, well, I already got the red one and the green one. I say, well, there's only 1,500 more varieties that you need to see because there's so much diversity in Japanese maples. Jello Orange hits it for a lace leaf. I love this plant. The colors are fiery. They're interesting. You get a yellowish eye in the early spring with that purplish lavender color to it. As you can see here, as summer emerges, you start to get a little bit more greener, older growth. I think it just adds to the overall appeal of this tree. I think it's so interesting. Criminally underrated lace leaf, Jello Orange. Kind of fun ones. You can see some of our stock plants there. Guys, this is a Talon Buchholz introduction. This is Green Twinkle. So this is one he introduced. A little bit more of a Matsumuri leaf, kind of a fat, thick leaf, but heavily divided. Not a lace leaf, a little small upright as you can see here. Typically in the ground, this one wants to be more of a 5x5 ball. All around, just a great little plant. Great for the container garden. Really easy to grow. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that quick look around the stock block here at Buckholtz Nursery. Just want to take you guys with me, show you a few of the trees we got back here. We cut these back heavy. We use these for sign wood, so it does affect the shapes a little bit. Some of these are faster growing and denser and things like that because we have manipulated the shapes by, we get as many signs as we can off these beauties. This is one of the areas we use to produce so many amazing plants for Mr. Maple. So many cool things get grafted off these right here. Allows us to get some bigger numbers and different things. There's a ton of stock blocks like this around the nursery. This is just one, but I want to bring you guys along, kind of show you some of the things we're working on here, show you a few interesting trees in this walkthrough that you might not have seen at this size before. So pretty cool there. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure to hit subscribe on the Mr. Maple Show. We're putting out 7 days a week of content here. And if you're looking for some of these trees, they're gonna be hitting Mr. Maple first on those 10 at 10s on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we really appreciate you. We appreciate all of our customers. You guys are awesome. We have the best plant community on the internet. We're not the biggest. We're chasing down 50K, so make sure to share our channel with your gardening friends. But we have the best people. Make sure to hop in the live chats. Those people are amazing in there and they're so much fun. We really appreciate you tuning in today. Take care. God bless. Have yourself an awesome day.